Right. So you guys have all heard about Mahatma Gandhi, as James would call him, a glorified masochist. Well, he said a quote that talks about my idol, which I won't disclose that yet. But he said, "You may be able to gild pure gold, but what can you make to make your mother prettier?" And to some people, they'll probably say makeup, but I don't think it's the appearance, it's the inside. So, as you all know, today I'm going to talk about my mother. You probably all heard of her. It's the shortest worker in the office, Teacher Joanne. So, what do you guys think of her? Do you think of her as an efficient worker or a great mother? Well, I think of her as both. And she also did some pretty dumb stuff. And from what I think of, dumb stuff is in my whole family. I did dumb stuff, my dad does dumb stuff, my mother does dumb stuff, and my brother does dumb stuff. The only person that haven't done dumb stuff is my cats. And so, as you know, today I'm going to talk about my mother. So, a backstory about my mother. She was born in the 65th year of Taiwan being created, 民国65年, and right now it's the 111th year, so she's around 40-something years old. And during her time of living, she worked at a lot of places and went to a lot of different places: America, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Taiwan. And first thing that I remember of my mom is her in university, where she worked at an ICU. For those who don't know what an ICU is, it's an intensive care unit, where a lot of people near dying get sent there to be stayed alive on medical equipment, where they inject people with a lot of tubes and a lot of chemicals that supposedly help them, but I'm not going to delve into it because I don't have a tinfoil hat on me. And from yesterday at night, I asked her, "Mom, what's it like working at an ICU?" She said, "Oh, it's a stressful place, all right. You do one wrong move and people will die." But that's where my mom met my dad. Well, during her time working at a school hospital, she met my dad, where my dad was with a wingman. So, from what I remember, my mom knew the wingman, and the wingman introduced my dad to my mom. And my dad was so sly. He was like, "Oh, I just came around here by accident," and giving my mom, I forgot what. And after a while, they became a relationship and moved to China for my dad's business school, Kellogg. While that happened, my mom, because she worked at an ICU, she wanted to work at an American hospital, but she didn't have a certificate that says you can work at an American hospital. So she did it, and she became a stay-at-home mom. And it's just my mom and my dad living in America before I was born. And so she was there doing nothing, no pets, no nothing whatsoever. And so she was bored. Then I came into the picture. Yesterday night, she also said, "My biggest mistake of my life is giving birth to you." That hurts. But, yes. Oh, my heart. I'm so sad right now. And as you know, as every single baby out there, they're loud and scary. And I don't know how is my mom able to survive with me over there screaming and being like a banshee. And I still respect her up to this day. Even right now, when I are scared of kids, especially the ones that almost hits James every single day, I dislike kids because they're scary. And so, I don't know why or how my mom was able to stick with me for 3 years. Then we have to move to Hong Kong, because my dad left 3M to go to WD-40. And there actually isn't much about Hong Kong, aside from the fact that my mom is not exactly the best at going outside and hiking. And everyone must have friends, right? So she went to the mountains and with her friend, and halfway through, she's like, nah, I'm good, I'm out. I'm gonna go back to my home and ditch her. So she got on a taxi and went away without saying a word. Her friend still never forgiven her up to this day. And another thing that's more about me now, I went to 6 kindergartens in Hong Kong, there's 3 years of kindergarten, I went to 2 for each year. And yes, and when I gone home, still wearing full uniforms and everything, shoes, backpacks, uniform, hat, whatever you can think of. I did breastfeeding. Usually the acceptable age is 2 years old. But I was 3 years old at the time and wearing full uniform and everything. I went to my mom like, Mom, I'm hungry. I want milk. And it was pretty embarrassing and surprised my mom could still do it. Then the 3 years passed, I went to Shanghai, which there actually isn't much, but the one thing that I remember from what my mom told me yesterday is that my dad, working at WD-40, had a driver, and my dad was always away because of business trip, whatsoever. Yeah, and during which time, the driver had nothing to do, so he kept asking, Miss, or Madam, where should we go to today? And my mom doesn't know where to go to, which is exactly the same with me. I don't know, what should we eat for today? I don't know, random stuff. So, indecisiveness probably runs in my family, in which we all know where to go. So my mom, after living in China for 5 years, is very scared of the driver because he keeps asking, where should we go, miss? Where should we go, miss? Where should we go? I don't know. So he stopped asking her and just parked the car underneath our house and started washing it every day, almost every day. Then we came to Taiwan, where she became a school teacher. But before that, she worked at another hospital in the VIP area. And she didn't stay there for a long time, like half a month, and I quit, goodbye. But, you know me, I did a lot of stuff. And taekwondo, swimming go, and all of which my mom doesn't know. So, I don't know much about my mom. She doesn't know a lot of stuff, working at ICU. And, well, I do love my mom. She keeps telling me to go do the 3 things that I aforementioned earlier. Yeah, go to swimming practice. You have to be faster than you have ever been before. Have you win 1K meters per day, or 2Ks even. And I became the fastest frog-style swimmer in Taoyuan in 12 years old, I think. And to go to Taekwondo, you have to be a black belt. You have to be better. You have to win. And I got 3 trophies there. The 3 trophies in which is very nice. It was very light though. At least the medals were good. And Wei Qi, I don't know if anyone heard of it, but it's a Chinese chess or something. And she keeps telling me, you gotta go practice that. Go practice that. Go, go, go. And I got to tier 3 and that's the best I can do. And I respect my mom for telling me to do those things, but I've probably forgotten everything that I've learned there. The only thing I remember is how to hold the chess piece correctly and place it down correctly. It's the best I can do. And as a conclusion is that my mother, even though she loves telling me to go do all this stuff and all those stuff, it's probably for their own good, for my future resume, and telling me like the universities. Well, my son has done this, and this is why you should accept him. But I don't know. So it could be because my mom just didn't want to talk to me, and yeah, I don't have much to talk about anymore. Thank you.